Shalom, shalom. 1 second, man. Real quick. All right, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and much love, honors and blessings, salutations to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the 144,000 and 1/3 that are going to believe, that do believe and will come to believe on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and that will hold the conduct, composure, and integrity while we transition out of this wicked kingdom under the rule of the so-called white man, ultimately to the restoration of Yasha Allah, all right, which is going to be ruled by us so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. All right, this is Yakawal, and I want to go into a topic going to be brought up by an inspiration through a couple of brothers I was actually just watching a minute ago. To be honest, I was going to actually re-upload a lesson that I made a while back, but I guess I deleted it by accident, I guess, because it's not in my files. But it had to do with the actual understanding of how you're considered a brother, or how you are a brother and a friend of the truth, because you have this misconception, man, that everybody is just a part of this thing, man, or that anybody can just serve the Lord without having to be, pre-elected or anything, or like their will stands. And the fact of the matter is that this thing goes into pre-election. All right, not everybody is a brother. All right, and to be a brother, all right, means that you do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You believe and you work the works of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai in His will. And so you had certain accounts of certain times and events where Yahweh Shai, all right, He would deal with the actual brethren, and how you know is because, and He wouldn't deal with everybody, because how you know, you had in Matthew chapter 13 and 34, it said that all these things spake Yahweh Shai unto the multitude in parables, and without a parable spake He not unto them. Now, when you go up to Matthew chapter 13, let's see, Matthew chapter 13 and 10, it said, and the disciples came and said unto Him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? So Yahweh Shai, so the apostles had noticed that Yahweh Shai was only speaking to the multitude that was following them. He was only speaking to them in a puzzle. All right, when you look into what the word parable means, all right, it's like a puzzle or a riddle. So the disciples said again, and the disciples came and said unto Him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Yahweh Shai said, He answered and said unto them, and this goes again back to pre-election, man, because at the end of the day, not everybody's a brother. All right. It says, He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. All right. Not everybody can be a part of this thing. Not everybody was called. All right. You got the scriptures where it tells you, man, that many are called, but few are chosen. The Lord, when He set all things up, man, He already had a predestinated amount and elect of who He was going to choose. All right. Shoot, you had, oh man, what book was that? Man, there's a book where Paul spoke. Let me try this. I think it's okay. No, Salak. It's 2 Timothy's chapter 2 and 19. It says, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure. Again, nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai standeth sure. Having this seal, the Lord knoweth them that are His. And the Lord only has a specific set amount of those that He made to be His. All right. Which goes into being a brother, an elect. And a brother really refers to anybody inside the actual doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai that's sincere. The elect. Again, it says, Nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal. All right, the Lord already chose, man, and he had already made a seal about it, that there was going to be a specific set amount of people, men, women, and children, that were going to be a part of this thing, and the rest of the world was not. All right, you got the scriptures, man, that the rest of the world can't accept this. All right. In fact, let me go back. I can't remember how to spell it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, Matthew 11:25. It says, and at that time Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Now it is talking about how, like, the Lord, because this knowledge, man, puts you at a whole entirely different level than any person on the planet Earth. All right. And real quick, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashai Brashim Brakatah. Yeah, I see you come here often. You know, Shalom. But what I was going to say was, with this knowledge, man, this puts you above the wise. This puts you above the prudent. All right. And the Lord, his power can't be revealed to someone who's already wise. People are going to expect that man who's wise to be wise. You know, they're going to expect him to come out with prudent knowledge, you know. So how do you show the knowledge of the Lord, man, to someone who's weak, someone you never thought could ever come out with that type of speech or understanding or wisdom? And then you're like, you're more likely to marvel. And that's what the Lord did. That's what the Lord did to us, man. And he kept it away from the rest of the world. Because it says, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Now, speaking if you want to read this for a literal sense, well, the world today thinks what? They're wise and prudent, right? Everybody walks in their own vanity and imagination of their own mind, right? They all think they got it. All right. But we, the men of the Lord, the brotherhood, all right, you sisters, all right, and the few children that are in this, that know this and follow it because of their parents. Hey, man, we're basically looked at like, well, first of all, we're already at the bottom of the barrel because of the way we look through physical appearance. So everybody, you know, because Esau pushes that narrative that, you know, we're just the basis of men, even though Esau is the basis of men, you know, that you know, we're the shit. Hey, the scriptures say we're the offspring of the earth. So to see us coming to an elevated status or an equal status with ones who want to consider themselves wise and this and that, people are marveling. It's all the work of Yahweh Shem Yashai, and the Lord does it that way for a particular reason, so that his power can stand, and so that the world can know that these are the ones that are chosen, not us. So when you go into the word brother, all right, I got two definitions. When you look it up in Google, you just type in define brother, all right. It says a man or boy in relation, Salaki, not that one. It says right here, a male associate or fellow member of an organization. All right. It says right here, brother, a black man. I'm not trying to be racist, man. It says, there's a thing, it says right here, when it pursues to a religion, a male fellow anointed one, or a member of a religious order or congregation of men. All right. So, hey, that basically says it all right there, man. Now, when you go into Etymology Online Dictionary, all right, it goes in the word brethren, which is the alternative plural of brother. It says between the 1200s and 1600s, but surviving only in religious usage and not now used in reference to male children of the same parents. The title was used by primitive Christians, and it brings out Acts, the 10th, 15th, 18th chapter. And so it was taken by various Protestant sects, such as the Dunkers. Now, this term brother was introduced to refer to that group. All right. Anybody outside of that, man, was not considered a brother. You weren't considered a part of this. Okay. So when we go into this doctrine, man, how do you show that you're a brother? Okay. How do you show that you're a brother? Well, who is a brother? Matthew 12. And when I say brother, I'm actually including even the few women that are a part of this. They're part of this ministry. If they're sincere and you know, according to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, you're considered a part of this and a part of that congregation of the elect, Lord will. But whenever you go into Matthew chapter 12 and 46, it says, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with them. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. It said, but he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? So there was a point in time when Yahushua was in a house and he was with the disciples. He was with the apostles. Okay. So his actual brethren, because the scriptures tell you, man, he had 4 brothers. 2 of them were in the truth and 2 of them were not. James and John as well. Or was that who were the brothers? Yeah, James and John. They were in the truth and 2 of them weren't. And it said right here, but he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold. So again, he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples. So he pointed at them, you know, and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same as my brother and sister and mother. Okay. So that's how you become a brother in this thing. Now, when you go into Romans, the 8th chapter and the 9th verse, it says, but this is just to illustrate that if you don't abide in this doctrine, man, if you don't abide in this specific spirit that the Lord has, that you have to have in order to be in this thing, you're not even part of him. It says, but in Romans 8 and 9, but you're not in the flesh, but in the spirit, if so be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Hamashiach, he is none of his. Okay. So if you don't have this doctrine, man, if you don't have this understanding, this truth, this integrity, if you don't have the names, then you're not part of this. All right. You're not a brother. All right. And we know that, hey, like I just read in 2 Timothy 2:19, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having the seal, the Lord knoweth them that are his. All right. And we know the Lord, man. We know the Lord and the Lord knows us. And we've been given that understanding because we are the brothers. We are part of this brotherhood, man. We are friends because the word brother and friend is synonymous. Okay. Now you go into John. Actually, I think I already got it. Yeah, I already got it pulled up. You go into John chapter 15 and 14. It says, "You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you." So that's linking up with the saying in Matthew 12 and 50, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven. For whosoever shall do the will, if you do what you're told to do, you are a brother, a sister, and a mother. Okay? John 15 and 14, "You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you." Now check this out, man, because the Lord takes it further because he knows how Jake gets. He knows, I mean, like, he knows they got to, you know, they get an ego or they get offended at things. So this is what he said next. "Henceforth, I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends. For all things that I have heard of my Father, I have made known unto you. And you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you." The Lord chose you from the beginning of the foundation of the earth to be a brother, a sister, and a mother. All right. "But I have chosen you and ordained you." So he's anointed you, chosen you specifically, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. That whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. These things I command you, that you love one another. Okay. And you're only going to show love to the ones that you know reside in this integrity, in this stability and understanding. Okay. That's why we got so much love for the brotherhood, because they're fighting for the same purpose as us. All right. You know, we're so, you know, you fight for the guy fighting that's standing next to you because you know he's fighting for the same purpose. But we have measuring tools and ways to calculate and discern if a person's sincere or not. But we let them ride, man, until the Spirit weeds them out. And you see what's going on. Hey, man, these other camps ain't brothers. They ain't in the brotherhood. They're the enemies. Paul said that, man. Paul said, let me see. Let's try this. Where they serve their. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, but their own belly. It was in Philippians, though. Philippians. Let me try 3. Let me try 3. Yeah, Philippians 3:17. Brethren, be ye followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have a Salakia. Let me try again. Philippians 3:18. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping. Salakia, man, I jumped down. Philippians 3:17 says, Brethren, be followers together of me. All right, the scriptures say to be of one mind and one accord. And mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. For many walk, of whom I have told you often, and now tell you even weeping, that they are the enemies of the cross of Hamashiach, because they don't do what the Lord tells them to do. And the Lord said, you are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. These other camps don't follow in that line, man. So they cannot be part of the brotherhood, okay? They are not part of this thing. All right? Now, and like I said from the very beginning, this all goes back to pre-election. All right? That's what it goes back to. All right? Let me try this. I just had one. Yeah, Ephesians 1:11, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things at the counsel of his own will. So this comes by an election, pre-election. All right, the Lord had already set this up to where, hey, like the scripture say, the Lord knows who are his. He knows who's going to serve him and who's not. If you serve him, man, you are his friend. You are a brother. If not, you're an enemy. And it's as simple as that, man. And that word brother only pertains to those who follow in the doctrine. So if you're not following this doctrine, if you're not teaching what's supposed to be taught, if you're not correcting what should be corrected, then you are none of the Lord's. All right. So, I mean, I guess it'll be a short lesson today, man. I'm not, there's not really too much more I can say on it. I mean, it's real simple, man. Like you either teach, you're not going to go into another doctrine and teach something totally different and act as if you're a part of it, That just doesn't make sense. That's like trying to mix water and oil, man. It's not going to go. You can't put you can't put like a 1990 cell phone charger to hook it up to a brand new 2021 cell phone. It's not going to work. All right. So you must be teaching the same thing in order to be considered a part of this. And if the Lord grant you entrance in, you'll be coming into the fold. So that's all I got to really say about that, man. Not too long. I guess, I'll do it live later, Lord willing. We're going to go ahead and end it for now. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash, Barakatham. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and much love. Honors and blessings to the elect of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. All right, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Barakatham. Kwamachala, Shalom.